Oh, there's a treasure hunter with 12 million subscribers. If he has 12 million subscribers, he's not going to come to Canada to look for something that is at this point just worth the cost of a used iPhone.
It's not worth the cost. If anyone finds it, they can't do anything about it.
I know, I know. No, someone linked me a YouTube channel that's a treasure hunter. So we'd like hire him to find it type of thing.
I'll get a new phone now.
Yeah, we already bought a new phone. Oh, by the way, in the process of getting a new phone, Rania quickly relearned what I have been telling her, that Canadian telecom companies are the worst run companies ever in any field. Just thoroughly. Completely useless. I have never seen the level of incompetence in any field, country, company, anything that these telecom companies have exhibited. Unbelievable level of incompetence. So yeah, just learned. I mean, I've been telling her, but like she didn't realize they were as bad as they were until this last weekend. When we were trying to get the SIMs transferred to the new phone that she got. But all the things that happened with that, none of them surprised me. Yep. And really, it's pretty simple. I think it is thoroughly the worst run companies on the face of the earth. It's a kind of like a corrupt monopoly that they have going. And also, even the people who work in the stores, like the salespeople, they have very little power, so they actually have to rely on the shittiest fuck phone support in order to actually have problems solved. And the truth of the matter is, if you work in sales and are technologically savvy, which you basically have to be, there's no way you would subject your sanity to having to call those morons on a regular basis. So it's not just that they have like the worst company through and through. They also have like the worst sales staff, because no competent sales staff would work for this company. So it's really thoroughly trash. And yeah, recently they had like major outage with like banking and a whole bunch of other stuff. So there's hopefully some government scrutiny. I think what they should do is break these companies apart, because they're at a point where they literally cannot be possibly run worse. Like, if you just put like one of my neighbors in charge of it, it will be better. Because it can't be worse, right? So I mean, it's pretty clear in my mind. So what you're hearing is Kripp won't take a sponsorship with a major telecom. We have already turned down sponsorships from one of these major telecom companies in Canada because they suck. I would never recommend that you guys use their services unless you have to, but unfortunately it is a corrupt monopoly with telecom in Canada, so sometimes you have to. That may be so, Kripp, but would your neighbor donate millions of dollars to your local politician? I actually don't know how they keep up the corruption. I don't know how they do that. Because I don't think you can like lobby politicians like you can in the US over here. I don't think so anyway. Not yet, at least. We had a bunch of other stuff in the trip, but we'll share most of that with like videos and stuff that we have prepared. Limiting speeds on unlimited data plan is bullshit. You have an unlimited data plan? You want to hear some bullshit? Here you go. So I think there's only one company that offers an unlimited data plan. But what happens is, after you use like 20 gigs, it's slowed down by like 98%. You can't even check your email. So if you're going to use more than 20 gigs, you literally have to get their limited plans. Biggest telecom in Canada, by the way. The company I'm talking about. Biggest telecom in Canada. 20 gigs is a lot? Depends. Depends. The one stream that we did, by the way, was like 25 gigs. 2 hours, so. It just depends what you're doing. Unlimited data should mean real unlimited. How do you fight corruption? They're just so bad on so many different levels, it's really hard for me to give you a real answer to that. I think the biggest thing is that the entire telecom system in Canada depends on the phone support and the technicians behind the phone support. And the amount of like competent, well-spoken technical support for Canadian telecom companies, I shit you not, it's like 1 in 1,000. Like, I'm pretty sure like 10 years ago I called up and there was one guy that actually knew what he was talking about and helped me in a time efficient manner. Like, it happened once. I swear it happened once. I don't remember the exact experience, but yeah, it happened once, I think. And then their entire business depends on those people. I don't know why it's so fucked. Maybe they don't pay them enough to attract decent talent, or maybe they outsource it, or maybe they just hire people with like kindergarten diplomas or something. I don't know what it is, but it's bad. How many gigs did we go through the last 30 days? We had like a 60 gig plan. We usually use less than half of it, but we used it in its entirety in the last like week because of all the phone losing issues. You change your ISP in England and the staff you've spoken to has been so knowledgeable about what they're selling and how it works. You know what I'm saying, and it makes a huge difference. Yeah. We use independent telecom whenever possible. It's just not always possible. It's just not always possible. That's the problem. We're lucky to have internet through not a major provider. You must do everything, and that has been a big deal, because they actually have been surprisingly competent. A little overpriced, but don't tell them I'd pay twice as much for the same service. Just like give more money, I don't give a shit. I will not tell you my ISP because it's not a big company. I'll tell you guys when I move away from it. But for security reasons, I can't tell you. Call the Better Business Bureau. What a waste of time. That's not something that would help. Not in this situation. Oh, there is another really fun part about biggest ISP in Canada, by the way. If you are outside their coverage area, your speed is basically 0. It's not like low, it's like 0. They do that so they can still advertise that they have the widest coverage in Canada. That's because they have like some piece of the coverage, but then they like rent from the others. But when they do that, your speed is 0. You cannot load Twitter. You can't read an email. You can't do anything. Oh, and I know it's bullshit because sometimes in the past when we've done IRL streaming with our IRL backpack, we actually have a US provider for internet. It's AT&T. AT&T doesn't actually have lines in Canada at all. They only rent the services from others and actually have unlimited and actually get the speeds of those that they rent. They don't throttle it down like 99%. So I know there's people from America is like, my provider is so bad. I can tell you that AT&T from America used in a different country is the single best mobile internet available in Canada. I hope that basically nail in the coffin for you guys. They don't offer that service anymore since COVID. I think they scaled back their business a bit. They dropped those lines, but they were active for a few years. I think I'm done with the ISP rant, but yeah, they're shockingly bad in Canada. I got like a Samsung phone. Samsung is like the best camera on an Android. Actually, I don't know if that's true anymore, but when I bought it, it was like, I don't know, half a year ago. But the truth is that it's not the best camera for everything. I think it trades blows with the iPhone. I think the iPhone is better for like half the things, but Samsung is a pretty good camera. With that said, my Samsung phone is the worst phone I've ever had. I had a Samsung phone before that was pretty good, but this new Samsung phone, it has like 100 fucking Samsung apps that you literally cannot modify, block the notifications for, or remove. It's like a dictatorship phone. Why the fuck would I want that? It should have a massive fucking warning label. That's what you're buying. Like, I feel really scammed. I'm totally serious. You can disable notification on any app. Can you? I think you might be referring to previous generation phones and don't quite understand the level of shit this phone has. So one of the things that I really hate about this phone is this Bixby app, which is like some voice garbage or something. See that? Notifications allowed, right? Okay, let's click on that. There you go. Look at that. Blocked out. Can't click on it. Can't click on it and show notification. It's locked. Yeah. You can only deliver quietly. which still spams the fuck out of your phone. I looked up how to remove Bixby from Samsung phone, and the answer is you can't. You cannot. And Bixby is one of like 60 fucking apps. I've had a lot of Android phones. I had an older Samsung phone, which is great. I had the new Samsung phone. Hardware is good. Software, I hate it. I had a Google Pixel before this one. I think that was my favorite phone overall. The hardware was actually pretty weak, but it was a small phone, but it wasn't too small, and it never like crashed or anything. It was just like a happy medium. It wasn't really the best at anything, actually. It wasn't, but it just overall I liked it the most, I think. I had the LG double phone, which was really good when I was like flying a lot for like, you know, shows and stuff. But since COVID, I don't do that anymore. So, I mean, if I start doing that again, that phone might be pretty nice. But I mean, right now, it wouldn't make any sense.